on the other side of the ball, right? Damian Lillard, he's out tonight with an abdominal injury, but he spoke at shoot-around. What did he say?
Yeah, I'm at Chase Center right now. The Trailblazers just finished shop. Damian Lillard addressed the media, and he addressed the trade rumors and all of the kind of noise around the Trailblazers head on. And he said, I'm not asking for a trade. He went on further to say, my intentions are to be in Portland and to figure this out. Ultimately, he feels like because the team is having a slow start, there's injuries, they're struggling a bit because there's commotion within the organization, that people are taking a liberty to speak for him. And for him, he says, you know, the truth, the fact that I know it is what gives me peace. Speaking to Dame today, he said that, you know, he's in the office every day with Chauncey Billups, trying to find solutions. And he said, why would I be part of trying to find solutions if I'm planning an exit? So also in speaking with Chauncey Billups today and others around the organization, the relationship at this moment between Damian Lillard and Chauncey Billups is strong. And the two of them are working together to build a successful future together in Portland. And that's the feeling around this right now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ros. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the game tonight. This is going to be fun. All right. I do want to break this down. Yes, ma'am.
I remember when you shadowed and you were there with Stephen Curry. I have that picture, and for the next year, I'm going to send it.
Don't you dare even post that anyway. Anywhere. Don't post that.
That's my Stanford sister, and I did the same thing. Information.
See?
And
Ros is she is someone who walks the walks, talks the talk.
Yes.
But someone else who's been talking the talk, and there's a whole lot of walking and I don't even know what's what in this metaphor, is Damian Lillard. So what's your reaction, Richard, to what Dame said this morning at shoot-around?
Look, again, you said it yesterday how transparent Dame is. Dame is one of those very consistent superstars, and I believe him 100%. But just like anything, both sides have to meet in the middle. And I truly believe that right now, the Portland Trailblazers, based off of what Woj is reporting, they're kind of trying to make a decision. You got looking for a new president, GM. I know you have an interim one. But there are people that are having conversations looking at Dame as an asset. And the minute the relationship you are in are not looking at you and like, how can we all do this forward? But also like, what are the other options out there? What are the other moves that we can make? That to me says that like this is headed towards something that, you know, maybe Dame might not be ready. Dame might say, I don't want to leave. And the new GM comes and says like, hey, this is going to be the best thing for the organization moving forward.
Well, there's still time for this to play out. Just to remind everyone, right? We're not talking about this right now.
No.
Dame is under contract for 3 more seasons after this one. We're talking about adding a 2-year extension on top of that, which he could have offered to him as soon as this summer. Chiney, how do you react to this? You know Dame incredibly well.
Yeah, you know, I know Dame through the Team Adidas family, and he's been one of the greatest people, just not through knowing him in basketball, just period. And I think his life has really come to the point where the only thing he really needs is a championship and probably MVP. And if you can't provide an environment for that, it's either going to be forced upon him, right? Like you said, if there's a change or so, or like the pressures of, you know, being in your prime, 31 years old, like this is the time for Dame to really showcase his skills. And I'm sort of glad that he's had time to sort of step back, because this guy has put in his work in the league. I keep bringing it up. He leads like the last 5 or 6 years in miles run in the NBA. He's always performed. A lot of people were critical of his performance at the start of this year. I was like, can this man breathe for a moment? Like, it's not even forcing the issue in the middle of the season. So I was like, just let's chill a little bit. But the reality is, I think in the next year or two, if you don't have something viable, something has to be viable presented to him, because his talent deserves a top-tier team.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Even when I was in New Jersey with Jason Kidd, one of the things that led to his trade to Dallas is that the Nets didn't want to give him an extension. And this is the historic guy, name in the rafter. He was like, I want a 2-year extension. They were like, well, we're not sure the direction we want to go. If they're not just going to give Dame that 2 years, and I know it's 35, 36, but a lot of times you're giving that 35, 36 because you want what this individual can do for you now. If they're not saying, Dame, you are not leaving, we're going to pay you your money, and you are going to be the pillar until you retire, then Dame has to take a step back.
And all athletes will take notice of that, because this guy has been loyal to the soil in the community, both on and off the court. And so then if that is the case, then you know that it is truly a business, and don't be surprised when players make their own moves.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.